It's the Sephora sale. It is time for the Sephora spring sale. I am so excited. Let me tell you, I already purchased some stuff. For the Rouge members, it has already started on April 14th, which is literally right now. For VIB and Insider, it will start on the 18th. So get planning, and I hope this video will help you to find products for you to try. I have 3 foundations here that I always use. The first one is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This is, oh my goodness, the best foundation that I have tried for my combo skin. I have this in the shade Punjab, and this is described as a warm golden undertone. So for my skin tone, this is a bit warm. I'm really surprised I don't have a review of this yet, because I've been using this like literally every time I go out. This looks so good in photos, you guys. And it's not drying, which is the best. This one has like a beautiful satin finish, and it lasts literally all day. Also with this one, you do have to shake it. The second face product is this foundation stick. This is the Minimalist by Merit. I have this in the shade Sand, and this is so perfect for light medium skin tones. This is amazing because it's so good for foundation and a concealer at the same time. This is a twist up like this. This is the one that I go to whenever I'm in a time crunch, and I was just like, oh wait, what, we're going out? Okay, let me grab this real quick. The last foundation that I recommend is this KVD Good Apple Serum Foundation. I had so much trouble finding my shade, but once I found it, I fell in love with it so much. So my shade in this one is 045, and this is described as a neutral undertone, but it does have a slight golden tinge to it, which is perfect for moi. This is a very full cover foundation. You can end up looking cakey if you don't apply it correctly. Of course, a beauty blender is the best way to apply this, but sometimes I am really lazy to get my beauty blender, wet it, and then wring it, and then get a towel, and yeah. What I have gathered though is that the Rare Beauty foundation brush is the best brush to apply this foundation. This is dense, but it is so soft. I use one full pump for my whole face, and this just blends it so perfect. So if you're trying to get this, or if you have tried this but didn't like the result, try it with this brush. This is the Merit in Sand, NARS in Punjab, and KVD in 045. You could tell the formula in here. Of course, the stick is going to be the most solid, and this is the NARS right here. It is pretty much liquidy. As you can see here, look at how easy that is to spread, and you can see the shininess as well. It does dry out satin though, and this one is the KVD. Concealer time! My favorites lately has been the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer and the Rare Beauty Brightening Concealer. I just remember this getting so much hate, okay, and it deterred me from trying it, but I wanted to try it anyway because I love Urban Decay and I have tried their concealers before and I've always loved it. So what is the difference now? So I tried it, okay, and I freaking love it. This is in the shade 40WY, and this is how this looks like. This is nice and thick, but it also comes with the brush on top. I really love the formula of this. This is like, it's not super matte, but it dries down kind of like that, but oh my gosh, it blends so well, and it just covers my under eye darkness so good. Oh, also one more thing, the brush here, it is, for me, in my opinion, it blends on the face very nice. It blends it perfectly, very full coverage, but underneath the eye, it kind of hurts a little bit. It is kind of pokey, and I prefer to use my fingers to blend it out. And I usually pair that with the Rare Beauty Brightening Concealer. This is in the shade Light Medium. This has a pink undertone. This is a very, very liquidy formula, and it kind of feels kind of jelly a little bit. I put this on top of that concealer or whatever concealer I'm using at the time. Put it right here, and I just love how it brightens it up. This comes with a metal applicator, and that is why it feels cooling when you first apply it underneath your eyes. This one is the Urban Decay, and this one is the Rare Beauty. Okay, let's talk setting powders. I have two over here, one loose and one not loose. The first one is the Laura Mercier talc-free powder. I am more of a talc-free kind of person if I have a choice. Okay, I use this one every single day. This is in my vanity, and I grab it every single time. I've always wanted to use a talc-free setting powder because I do break out with it over time if I use it every day. The next one, this has talc. Okay, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. Airbrush Flawless Finishing Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. There is something about this powder that is just amazing. The name is correct, micro powder. There is no way you could look dry or cakey with this powder, like at all. I have the shade medium, and the medium is perfect for my face. For underneath my eyes, it does not look good, the color. So I think I'm gonna try the light color instead for my under eyes and the highlights of my face. This one does turn orangey underneath my eyes. So maybe I do have one more thing to buy. Next is bronzer. This is the Rare Beauty Warm Wishes Bronzer Stick. I have this in the shade Happy Soul. I'm still using this shade right now because I'm still pretty light. This is a cool toned light medium shade. For the summertime, I do have the new shade. This is called Good Energy. This is a little bit deeper, but it is also cool toned. I'm actually wearing Happy Soul right now, by the way, and that is how that looks like on me. If you're just not a cream kind of person, then I would recommend the Too Faced Natural Soleil bronzer. This is their natural version. I know they've released ones before, but I've never tried that because those ones include talc and this one does not, which is why I had to try this bronzer when it first came out. I was like, dang, Too Faced, you thinking about me? Okay. I have this in the shade Golden Cocoa. This is the lighter shade, and as you can see here, I love this bronzer. I have panned. This actually has a scent as well. It's a nice chocolatey scent. It's not too strong, but it is noticeable. This one is really nice for my skin tone because this is not too warm. It's very, very like what they say is very natural, and it blends really, really nice. It's time to blush. Charlotte Tilbury Matte Blush Wand. This is a new release, and I love this. Okay, this shade is the Pillow Talk, and it's not sold in Sephora. What am I doing? Okay, but they do have the 3 other colors, so maybe you should try that. I love the formula so much. This lasts all day, you guys. It just lasts. This is so nice. So it does apply kind of glossy and satiny. See, you can see the gloss right here. But once it dries, it just dries matte. And as you can see, it blends so nice. Okay, but if you really hate that packaging, okay, I got you because Rare Beauty has the best liquid blushes. Not only that, they have like a ton of shades that you can choose from, okay? But I'm gonna tell you my favorite ones of all. First, the original release. This is my favorite, most used color. This is the shade Bliss. This color is described as a nude pink, and it is a matte finish. My most favorite shade, okay? No one talks about this shade. This is a pink, but on me, it kind of gives off like a slight warm pink. And also this color, no matter how much you add onto it on the skin, it always looks so natural, and you cannot go overboard with this one. The other shade that has made it into my second favorite, or the same level of favorites, is this True Rose shade. This is called Worth, and it is their newest shade that they literally just came out with. I applied Worth right here, and then Bliss right here, and then blend them together. I just love applying my blush that way. And that is how those two colors mixed in together look. It's time for a highlight. I have a liquid form here and a powder form here. The first one is, of course, obviously the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Highlight one. This is in the shade Spotlight. This is like their original shade. This is so pretty. Look at that. There's just something about this shade. It is just so nice. It's poppin', but it's not disco poppin'. And it's not too subtle either. I just, oh my gosh, I love this. Look at that. This is my second two, by the way. So I've already repurchased and I love it. I have to have them in for my daily use. It's just so... But again, if you hate beauty wands, then Rare Beauty Silky Touch Highlighter in Exhilarate is for you. This is so shiny. This is the Rare Beauty Exhilarate, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Spotlight. I usually use a fan brush with this, and it just gives the nicest finish, but I'm just gonna try my best to show you with this. This is like an eyeshadow brush, very fluffy, but it's so nice. Just look at that. Like, what the heck? Compared to this is more subtle for sure. This is like elegant. Girl, I am a royal. But this is just so nice too. I love both. I cannot pick between the two, and sometimes I wear both at the same time. And this is pretty much the inner corner highlight for my eyes that I go to all the time whenever a palette doesn't have that. This just saves the day. Speaking of eyeshadows, it's eyeshadow time. These are the top 3 spring eyeshadow palettes that I really recommend. The first one is the Viseart Paris Love Letter palette. This is an attendu. This is like bigger than their other palettes, but this is such a nice spring palette. This is mostly a neutral palette, but you do have these pops of colors over here. I specifically love this for the crease. It just brightens up my eyes, and these two colors are just fine. You know, it's spring. You gotta have green, you gotta have purple. So if you really want a nice spring palette that gives you a pop of color here and there, but you don't like too much of that, this is definitely the palette. I feel like everyone needs to try a Viseart palette at least once in their life. I have so many. My first one was actually Sultry Muse in their bigger palettes, and they came out with these smaller ones for the general consumer, and I'm so glad they did that because oh my gosh, you guys have to try Viseart. Viseart is like their eyeshadows are like subtle, but it's very, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it's pigmented, but it's also subtle at the same time. And the shimmers are just amazing. They're so buttery. They're so silky. And it's just, it always ends up with such a beautiful look. And also, these pans are poppable. You can literally take them out and customize your own shades. And also, if you're a person who loves to rearrange your eyeshadow palettes, this definitely gives you that choice. And did I mention it's travel friendly? The next one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nouveau palette. This is a really nice spring shade as well. You've got your greens, your pinks. This palette gives you a nice range of warm pinks, light pinks, lavender purple. You can definitely do a neutral eye look with this as well, but you've got your choices of pops of colors. For example, this green one, wings, and then the purple, of course, and this Lily. This one is the most unique. I love this shade. This is the most beautiful rose gold shade that I've ever tried. As you can see here, it looks darker, and then over here it's super shiny. The third and final spring eyeshadow palette I recommend is the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. Let me tell you though, when I first saw this, I thought I was gonna hate it because I hated the first retro palette. It was so pink, so cool tone. It did not look good on me. But this one I just love. I have a full video of this that you can check out right here. I did a fun spring look over there, and I'm actually using this palette right now for this look. I did use both of the pinks in my crease, and then I applied this green shade right here and this green shade right here on my lower lash line. On my lids, I used Maxi right here for the outer corner, and then I use Flutter for the inner corner and all the way out to here, and I finished it off with Flare right here, just like right here, to blend out the two dark and light shades, so it just looks better. But I do want to mention that the matte colors in this one is definitely way more cool tone than this one, so it depends on what you like. If you love cool tone, I would pick this one, and if you like more of a warmer tone or neutral, I would pick this one. I want to talk brows. I got this one actually on sale. It's originally like $22 or something, and I got it for $11. I read a lot of reviews for this one. This is the Rare Beauty Brow Harmony. This is a duo. This has a pencil side and also a gel side. I have this in the shade Soft Black, and I am wearing this right now. My brow hairs are so stubborn. Every time I use anything, it will fall off. That's why I use the NYX brow thing. What's it called? I forgot. Brow gel. But they don't sell that at Sephora. So you have to use a light hand, okay? I'm gonna be real honest here. The first time I tried this, I seriously hated this product. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so creamy. This is so pigmented. I felt messy, and I just did not have control with this thing. Worst of all, I only took this during my spring break trip to Canada, and I didn't want to buy any other things. The more I use this, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7 days, and I'm back home now a week later, and I'm still using this. I take another spoolie brush that's not in this, you know, because usually how it comes is it's a pencil and then it's a brush, a spoolie on the other side with no product. But this one is different because it's a gel side. So where's my clean one? Well, you gotta have one. First, I brush up my hairs with a clean spoolie brush, and then I fill it with the pencil side. And then once I'm done with that, I apply the gel side. But before I do that, I go one side like this and take it off. And then I do this and take the excess off. Pretty much use the most littlest as you can. Once you're done with that, you just apply it to your brows, and then boom, this is how my brows look like. If you love the outcome of it like I do, this is just, I love how my brows look today. Like, I really like it. It's so nice, and my brows hasn't fallen. It's still up, and it's covering my sparse areas. If you don't know, my right eyebrow here is very sparse. This is my friendly eyebrow, and this is my nemesis eyebrow. What do you gotta lose by not trying this, okay, except bomb brows? This is the mascara. This is a lengthening mascara. The applicator is just so nice. It just separates my lashes so well, and this is so dark. And this is a nice mascara that you can put at the top and on the bottom and it won't budge. I don't know if this is marketed as waterproof, but so something just about this formula, it just stays on your lashes. Don't have to worry about raccoon eyes. Let's move on to lip liners. I'm not a big, huge lip liner fan, but I do use them from time to time, and these are the two that I use. The first one is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the shade Pillow Talk. This is my most used one, as you can tell, and this is actually the third purchase, or fourth or fifth, but I just love this color. It's a peachy pink and it is really nice with my skin tone. I've worn this before with any lipstick, but while the lipstick goes away, this lip liner is still on my lips. And sometimes I've even used this as my whole lipstick. The second one that I recommend is by Too Faced. This is in their Lady Bold collection. I love this shade. See how the Pillow Talk just looks so pretty, peachy pink. And this is how Limitless looks like against Pillow Talk. As you can see, it's more warm tone, more brown. This is marketed as waterproof, and it is definitely long wearing. Let's talk lip oils. This is the Lip Glow Oil. This is in the shade Rosewood. I've had this for so long, and look at how much I've used. This is hella expensive, okay, but it's definitely worth the money. You use very little, and year 2023, it is still here. For those who love the feeling of lip oils, this is so nice. I usually wear this every time before I apply my makeup. So it's conditioning, it's doing its thing while I'm doing the rest of my face. And by the time I reach to the lips, it's already ready to be colored. This has a very fat dough applicator, as you can see here. It's so nice. This gives you like the juiciest lips. Is of course the Rare Beauty lip oils. This is just so obvious. Of course I'm gonna recommend this. I just did a video of this swatching all 8 colors, and you can see that here. This sold out so fast though. I think there's like only like 2 or 3 colors left. If you can find it in your Sephora store, local Sephora store, if you just find anything, literally try it. You might be really surprised. This has like a gel feeling when you first apply it, but then it kind of like melts a little bit into an oil, and then it also has a stain. I'm actually wearing it right now. I have on the shade Wonder, and then I applied Honesty right on top of it because I thought it was a little bit too pink. But yeah, this is how it looks like now, a few hours later, and this leaves such a nice stain throughout the day. I actually have a wear test right here. This is my Instagram reel. You can check it out for the full wear test. I don't know what it is about this. It's just like an all-in-one type of lip. This is a gloss at first, and then it has a stain of a lipstick after, because this looks like I just put a lipstick, right? It's not too glossy. I've worn these for hours, like 8 hours total, and it still looks so nice on the lips. I mean, of course, like during the wear time at the end, it's not gonna look as great, but the easy thing is you can either just reapply after 8 hours, or you can grab a clear gloss or oil and just apply it, and it just reawakens the look. Online right now, the only shade that is available is Affection, and it is a muted berry. So before you look at it and be like, oh my gosh, that's so berry, that's too dark, that's too out there, it's gorgeous. Just look at this video. This is amazing. Okay, the last item that I have to recommend, this is a liquid lipstick. This is the Give Beauty. Guys, this is the best liquid lipstick I've ever tried. This is the most long wearing liquid lipstick ever. It applies so smooth. It lasts literally all day, and you can eat and stuff like that, and your lips will still look so good. I have eaten pho if you know what pho is, it's a noodle soup, and it's a very messy eating if you're wearing lipstick, and liquid lipstick at that. Oh my goodness, like I totally forgot I was wearing the red one. The original recipe red liquid lipstick by Give Beauty. And I was eating, what was I eating? I remember like I was eating very sloppy and I did not care because I forgot what I had on. And after that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm wearing a red lipstick. I looked in the mirror and it looked fine. It looked just fine. I was so amazed. See, and the reason that I didn't even realize I had any lipstick on is because it feels so comfortable on the lips. So comfortable. It's like super lightweight. This one is in the shade Tomboy. This is my most used one. I love this shade. This is like a warm pink and it smells really, really good. It's like candy. Skittles? No. It's like very vanilla candy. I love this lippy so much that I have 7 shades and there's 8 total, but the reason why I don't have the lightest one is because it's called Camo and it literally will look like concealer on my lips. But I feel like I kind of want it to mix in shades, you know, to lighten things up, to neutralize things. I don't know. The last couple of things I want to share with you guys is not makeup. One of them is skincare and one of them is perfume. I don't have a lot to recommend from skincare or fragrances or whatever because I don't use too many and I've been literally using one perfume the past year and it is almost gone. The Acqua di Gia is a very nice fresh scent. It reminds me of beaches while holding a citrus drink juice with ice in it and then wind blowing in your face, and then when you smell the air with the wind, the citrus from your drink, and then the ocean water scent, it's just, that is how I can describe it. It smells so good. It has a tinge of maybe like flowery scent, a little bit, like let's say there's like flowers you're sitting by but it's not too close and you can smell whiff of it but not too much. That is what this smells like. Paula's Choice 0.3% retinol plus 2% bakuchiol treatment. I don't know how to pronounce that, but bakuchiol. This has peptides and also vitamin C, and I'm a very sensitive skin type of person. I've tried retinol before, like the lowest dose, like 1%. My skin did not like it. I was just like, oh my gosh, what the heck. And I know you're supposed to give it time or whatever, but I don't know. If something looks crazy or ends up crazy, I don't like it. Bakuchiol is an alternative retinol, but this has a very low dose of retinol in here as well. And my skin specifically love this formula. And also it has a vitamin C. I don't know how much, but my skin hates vitamin C. Like it never comes out right. Whatever this blend is, it's just so good. So if you are looking for retinol or an alternative type of retinol and a vitamin C, but your skin hates all of those things, try this. And start slow. You might just end up really loving it. Okay, well that is all the products that I recommend so you could try out some new things during the Sephora sale. Now that is all said and done, it's your turn. Let's talk. What are the specific things in this recommendation video that you really want to try? Are there any products that you already did try and hated it but want to give it a second chance? Or were there some new colors that you haven't tried before that you want to try this time around? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And if you're looking for more videos to watch on this channel, check out this video right here. This is me trying out and swatching all of the shades of the new Rare Beauty lip oil. Don't want to miss this video, so I will see you there. And don't forget, have a beautiful and wonderful day.